Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a Mocha Mousse makeup. This is the Pantone color of the year. This is actually my 4th year in a row doing the Pantone tutorials, so it is a yearly tradition. I will link all the previous Pantone tutorials down below in the description. But with that being said, if you guys want to know how I achieved this look, then please continue watching. So obviously I did do one eye off a camera just to get a feel of the products that I want to use. This is the eye look for today. It's a little bit darker than I was thinking. I think it's just because in my day-to-day makeup, it's very soft glam. So when I come to film, I want to play with darker colors or colorful shadows. So this is the look for today, a smoky mocha look. A little bit darker than Mocha Mousse, I feel. So I got my nails done. I'm actually changing it today, so I had to film this tutorial today while I had my Mocha Mousse French tips. I don't know if this is exactly Mocha Mousse, but I did go to the hardware store to find like Mocha Mousse colors so I could see it in real life, but it's really hard to pinpoint. When I first saw Mocha Mousse, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so boring. But guys, undertone is so real. I would say like on camera, these two definitely is not Mocha Mousse. It's very warm. I would say Mocha Mousse is like, this one's a little bit too cool and then this one's a little bit too warm. I feel like Mocha Mousse is a neutral brown, but finding a neutral brown honestly is a lot harder than I was thinking. I actually don't have that many products that I'm going to be playing with today. I feel like the brighter colors are probably easier to find in makeup, like Very Peri or Viva Magenta. I think those were a little bit easier. So I did already use some products that I feel like is Mocha Moussey. So with my cream contour, I took the M Cosmetics So Soft Contour Stick in Terra. I feel like the shade is quite neutral. When I look at it in the stick, it looks very Mocha Mousse, right? Like that really matches my nails perfectly. And then for my eyebrow mascara, which you can't really see, but I went in with the Tag Air Fixing Brow Cara in #1 dark brown. So, you know, I don't really have much brow hairs and I'm gonna wear my bangs down, so you can't really see it. But when I swatch them side by side, this is actually looking a little bit more Mocha Mousse. This one has a really like reddish undertone to it. And then for my contacts, this is probably the closest one I'm gonna get. It's from MOODYLENSES. It's one of my favorite styles from MOODYLENSES. It's in White Peach Oolong. I would say it has a hint of like grayish in there, but it's the closest to a Mocha Mousse I'm gonna get. Like a lot of the brown contacts I have are very warm. I don't really have like a cool tone brown of contact lens, which is probably hard to ask for. That's like the base of the products that I've used. Let's go into the eyeshadow. So I'm first gonna start off with the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color. This is in the shade Cocoa. This is going to be the base of our look and it is quite dark. Like when you swatch it, it's definitely a dark chocolate brown. It's a little bit more warm, but I feel like when we blend it out, it kind of does translate a little bit more cooler. I also have my brown mirror for today's look as well. And I feel like my sweater is very Mocha Moussey. I just wanted to be on theme today. So we're just gonna apply this all over the lid space. It's very creamy. Taking a like dense brush like this, we're gonna start blending this out by just using like tapping motions. I really just wanna focus around that crease area so it doesn't look as harsh. I'm gonna go into this Dinto Blur Finish Jane Austen shadow palette in 701. I'm taking this shade here, which I feel like could be like a lighter Mocha Mousse version, but taking a bit of this. I'm gonna use this around the edges to blend out that really dark base. Gonna take some of that caviar stick on a brush and apply that to the lower lash line. Just at the outer corner, like at the outer third. Then for eyeshadow, this was actually a lot harder to find. I thought this was gonna be so easy, guys. You know I have so many brown palettes in my collection, but I only have two to showcase. First one, the one that we're gonna end up using, is from Sigma. in Tiramisu. I feel like this is like a good cooler brown. It's almost like taupey, and then this is a bit more warmer. So I used a mixture of these two. We could only find Mocha Mousse in mattes, by the way. And then I have the Kaleidos palette. I forgot the name of this one. I'll put it on the screen. In the pan, it does look very warm, but I will say that this does sort of translate a little bit more neutral. It's not super warm. This darker brown, this was a contender for sure, but I thought I would go for these two, like, which is the Sigma palette. So yeah, these are the two palettes that I was contemplating on, but I decided to go with Sigma because we're gonna use a blush from Kaleidos, and I kind of wanted to use like a mix of brands in today's video. It's like pretty much like a shop my stash to create a Mocha Mousse makeup look. But yeah, so we're gonna take a mixture of these two shades. So I like to dab into the darker shade, mix it into the lighter, and taking that mixture of shadows, I'm gonna focus this at the outer corner of my eye first, just to slightly deepen. I feel like I applied too much of that caviar stick compared to my other eye. Oops. Also gonna take that into the inner corner as well. I mean, honestly, you can take it anywhere. This is a smoky eye. And then taking it on a defining brush, I'm pretty much just gonna press this all across my lower lash line now. So going back into the Dinto palette and taking that really light shade just on a pencil brush, using the tip of that brush to just slowly start diffusing and blending that out. I'm gonna take the lighter shade in this JUDYXFLORA palette. It's their number 7 Milk Latte palette. And I'm just gonna use that in my inner corners as a little highlight. This highlighting shade isn't super pigmented, which is good because I don't want to take away like from that smokiness, so it is just a little subtle highlight. Going back into that Sigma quad, I'm taking the shade Vanilla, which is a shimmer, just taking a little bit. I'm gonna ever so slightly take that into my inner corner as well, just to give a little bit of sheen since this whole look is very matte. Now it's time for Tightline. I'm gonna be using this new one I got from Milk. It's the Infinity Long Wear Eyeliner in Outer Space, which is just the black. Apparently this is the eyeliner Billie Eilish uses, I think, and I think it went viral because it was really like long wearing, stuff like that, which I've been testing this out for the past few days, and it is long wearing, but this was really expensive, and my Can Make one I still like much more. So we could go in with a brown for tight lining, but I think for the smokiness, I think a black looks better. It has like this hard sponge on the other side, so I'm gonna use that to just sort of slightly blur out that lash line. I don't know how I feel about this eyeliner, guys. I personally wouldn't recommend it. It still does transfer. I don't know, that was hard to work with. Using that same black eyeliner to tightline the lower lash line as well. So I kind of just smudged it in my waterline so it's not too harsh. Oh my gosh, I hate this eyeliner, you guys. It keeps breaking off. And now it's time for lashes. I'm going to be wearing these from House of Lashes in the style Mocha. I just thought the name was perfect for this Mocha Mousse look. And it looks like this. So it does have a mix of brown and black lashes. And it does flare out a little bit towards the end. It's a little bit of a more natural lash, but I wanted to wear this style for this Mocha look. The lashes are on, eyes are done. Now onto the cheeks. For blush, I'm going to be going into this one from Kaleidos. It's in the shade Pearl Bliss. Now I know it's not very Mocha Mousse, but I feel like it's the closest. I feel like this is like Mocha Mousse with some pink undertones to it, and I think that's the best we're gonna get for a blush. I'm just gonna apply that right underneath my eye. I have no idea why the blush is not picking up in this specific area on both sides of my cheeks. I think it might be the pressed powder I used today, but like it looks so weird. Like there's just like one circle here, one circle here. Usually I love the Kaleidos blushes. This never has happened before, so I'm thinking it might be my pressed powder
since today I used a different pressed powder, not my usual. Oh my gosh, it looks so weird. It looks like I'm like breaking out in hives or something. Like, hopefully my hair can just cover. We're just gonna ignore that, okay? Like, that is not me. That's the product issue. It's not me. So just to look past the patchy blush, we're gonna move on to lip color. So I have this one from Kaleidos as well. I feel like Kaleidos just has the most perfect, unique colors. This is an Eco Valley, and this definitely is the closest cool tone brown that I have. I personally don't own a lot of cool tone browns, so it's hard for me to find, but I feel like this is the perfect match. I feel like it's a little bit warm, like it has a bit of a reddish undertone to it.
Alright you guys, so this is the final Mocha Mousse makeup look. Although the blush was a little bit patchy, I feel like we pulled through and gave us a very cozy, smoky Mocha Mousse look. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think of the Pantone color of the year. And if you made it to the end, I'm glad you did, because here is February's giveaway. It's going to be the same as last month, where you just have to fill out the Google form. All the rules and prize details will be in that form. I thought we could do a little Valentine's Day theme for February, so I have a few Dasic lippies to give out. So yeah, that is February's giveaway, and that is the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck if you're entering, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!